Hi guys, especially the guys in particular today. So, last couple of weeks it's been really on my mind. As a man, how does one second? How does the surgery affect us as men? I can't talk for the sake of a woman, but I've spoken to several prior to surgery. I got their kind of views and take on it. Um, as a man, I'm not going to go too in depth, but there's a lot to no, not to consider, but there's a lot depending how strong you are, what you can laugh at, stuff like that. What your kind of take on everything is. Now I can laugh at my own self all day long. It does not bother me. And at the end of the day, you've got what you've got. Your willy's your willy, your bum's your bum. You can't help it. Um, all I want to do though is kind of open a conversation. There was one person I spoke to uh, before my surgery, and he showed me his, not his willy, showed me his skin reduction, and it was amazing. And honest to God, and it was something I feared because I knew, like most people going into surgery, damn well, because of all that skin, it's gonna sag. You know that. So prior to surgery, I was like, ooh, it's got nothing to do. Well, it has got something to do with my sexuality as well. Yeah. At the end of the day, I am a gay man, and I hate the word penis, so I'm so sorry. I'm not going to use the word penis. I'm going to say willy. Having that skin, and I'm sorry, I'm going to have to be quite graphic. Having that skin, so if that is your willy, having that skin and it almost looks like it's eating your willy, I suppose. I'm sorry to say. And that's, just, I'm not saying all myself, and as a man having a surgery, you get so, you are excited. And I've got no regrets, none at all. For everything that it's overcome and everything, it is, and to be honest, it's it's skin, but psychologically, as a man, it is quite a. Oh my god, it's got smaller. I think it got smaller at all, actually. And I hate to. Sorry, girls, if you're listening, but you all know I'm a very open person, and I don't give a shit who I'm talking to. Sorry if there's children watching. Change channel. Um, but yeah, as a man, it is. It's not nice. It isn't because everyone talks about inches and whatever. It is what it is. Um, but where I had so much weight, I mean it's quite. Oh, I'm just saying it's been eaten. My skin is practically on par with other than a couple of inches of the end of my willy. And it's horrible. It's a horrible feeling as a man. And yes, I mean, if I pull back the skin, there's plenty there. Do you know what I mean? I've always been a quite. I'm the biggest of the big. I'm not, but I've, it's reasonable. As a gay man, I'm going to say it's a reasonable size. Um, I've been a bigger and a bit smaller. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those. Um, and as the psychology that plays on a man, on his role and everything else, it is quite a. Oh my god. It is a horrible feeling, and it's just horrible. It makes you feel inadequate, it makes you feel unwanted, it makes you feel you can't get your body out, it makes you feel so much more negative things. Because your whole life, your manhood is your willy, your manhood is everything, your man. It ain't at all. You need to detach from those feelings. And I'm sitting here saying this, and I've had to go through the whole process, from top to bottom. A willy to willy doesn't make you any less, any more, anything of a man. It doesn't. What makes you more of a man is standing up and dealing with it. You know, it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to be. In fact, everything you're gonna come through and overcome. That's what makes you a man or woman. You know, it's got nothing to do with what the size of the thing between your legs. It truly doesn't. Although there is that psychological element that's you do feel inadequate, like women, breasts or lips or whatever. They get conscious, we get conscious because straight away a man, and there's always talk of willies, cocks, fannies, boobs, tits, whatever, and everyone has their own issues with their own. When you go through it, I mean, I've lost now 33 stone. So I have got nothing. I've got no retention of anything. It is just skin. And honestly, guys, I'm happy, genuinely happy. If there is any guy that wants to see the amount of skin and the issues I face, I'm not going to show you me John, of course, but I will cover and hold, but I'll show you the sag of the skin, especially to what you can see. I'm happy to do that. If it means you can get a better insight for your surgery, that's absolutely fine. Ladies, by all means, if you want the same kind of thing, again, I'm not going to show anyone my old boy, but I'm happy to show exactly what I mean. I am an open person. I mean, you've all seen me art on social media. I couldn't really give a shit. But if it helps, it helps. And there's a lot to consider. That's why, I mean, one of the main reasons why I want to go for skin reduction surgery. Majorly. And that's part of the reason. I do want to feel more of a man. I do want to feel, there's a lot to skin that's psychological. And when it comes to the reduction, I do think there are special circumstances that people need to feel. Feel themselves. My sexuality was always part of my power. Do you know what I mean? I've always been, and I don't mean sexuality as in who I'm sleeping. I always had a very healthy sex life. Now, I feel like I want to curl up in a ball and hide. Do you know what I mean? And that's not high. I love everything I've done. Getting even just my body, not just my old boy, my body, my legs, my bum, all of it. I want to hide it, and I'm not. It's not because I love what I've done. I'm absolutely mind blown, over the world, skip your feet over the rainbow, and all that. Oh, I love all that. There are elements to this to the amount of skin where I feel so uncomfortable now. And that's taken away a mass. No, it hasn't. It's not taken apart my confidence. It's taken away my. It's taken. I can't explain it. I know I said this in previous videos, but I'm talking now sexually. I'm talking now as a man who's always had a very healthy sex drive, a very healthy sex life. Now that's gone. And that's not gone through sex drive or anything like that, because my sex drive is still very there. I just don't want to get my body out. Although I'm very proud of everything I've done, I'm proud that I'm getting pecs, and I'm proud that I'm getting muscles. There's a lot to it. It's such a complicated journey, with the skin. It is like you've done 100-meter dash and you've tripped over the 99th meter, and you've got someone literally behind you, and you just cannot make that line. Everything the surgery's done, I'm frantic about. I'm the biggest person in the world. Anyone that wants to go for the surgery, oh my god, go for it. I will back you 100%, mate. I'd sing Tim Trimble's it. Oh my god, what's that Mary Poppins song? I was going to say Tim Chimney. I'll sing Chim Chimney with you. I really will. If I had if I could get on the roof, I'd skip up there, but I mean, there's two issues with that. A, I'm scared of heights, and B, I'll stick with A. It's just not even going to happen. But yeah, it is. There's a lot, and it is quite a psychological battle. You've got to get your head round, and it's it is a journey. It is a path, and it's not something that's ever going to happen overnight. Um, but it is very much there. It is a massive thing for a man. In all, well, not just men, women as well. Sexual organs. They play a massive part to everybody. Huge, and this is what I can't get my head round. And if a woman can get breast reduction, breast enlargement, and that's just skin. Why? Again, I know it's different, or it's not. It's not. What the amount we've done now for equal rights and stuff like that? Why can't a bariatric person, male, female, hermaphrodite, transgender, whomever they may be, have skin reduction when they've proven themselves massively? And I'm not just talking, you've got to tick one or two boxes, it should be done for a length of time like it used to be. Um, but I think, especially as the groin area, for any man, woman, he or she, I don't know what the correct terminology is now, A and it, Barry and Barriette. It's there should be stuff we should be able to achieve, to be able to prove, to be able, whatever. We've worked hard. You can see everything. Now get off because it is. It's like you've come 99% of the way of the journey. Um, and that is, my overview on it, and that's my belief on it. And it is a shame, although I know there's not endless resources, and I totally understand that. I wish there was other ways we could do things. I wish England could follow America's kind of suit and pay for insurances to have skin reduction removal, but you can't. I mean, I've literally looked everywhere. I can't afford it. No way. What do you do? I know again. I know I spoke about this before. And I couldn't even afford a payment scheme as much as I want to, and I'd love this site to boom off, and I'd love it to be a thing. But quite honestly, I don't expect it to. I'm just me talking. I'd love it to. I truly would. I'd love to make something of it, and I'd love to help people around the world go through the skin process. I would if I could make it. For example, if I could make this a massive thing and earn loads from it, I would. I'd literally. I'd try to help people with the surgeries, having skin removal, but it would be, you have to hit certain benchmarks and do certain things, and I'll try and get funding or fund it myself. We're talking big scale, but that's just hit and miss. That's what I'd like it to be, if I'm honest. You've come all this way, let's get rid of that. I give people more incentive to keep trying. I think keep on track because it is. I mean, I've struggled not losing it. That bits I've found I've struggled to maintain. I keep losing. Um, but that's just how I think I'm so regimental. I really am. So it's kind of letting go of that control of everything. It's like, ooh, not that I'm a controlling person, but with what my body I am because of my own disabilities. So it's anyone who's in my same predicament must understand what I'm saying. When it comes to your own self, you do become quite don't come near me, that type of thing. Especially when you suffer with pain, it is so you do everything yourself and you learn to try and do things in your own way and adapt and change. And so when anything gets put out of your own routine that you can handle and you can do it, no, don't happen. But yeah, I know it's a bit of a thing tonight. I've been thinking about it for a couple of weeks and I thought like literally, how do I air that to you guys? I mean, I can't just come on social media and whack me knob out, can I? Well, although there are quite often people who don't really mind and whacking their old boy out to God knows whomever. And by the way, I'm not looking, but uh, it is what it is. I try. I want to try and help people, and I've maintained that the whole way through. I want to help people, and I am an open, honest person. Um, there's no holds barred with me. It's just literally, I'll talk to anybody about anything. I'm not the secretive type. I just, I'm I love the banter. Do you know what I mean? I do. I love a joke and I love a laugh and I love taking a piss. I love people taking a piss out of me. It is what it is. I'm that sort of person. So I'm happy to send whatever. Do you know what I mean? Although I'm not going to show you anything graphic, it's if I can help someone make a decision and help someone better their lives, or inform people better or whatever. Just because you've got testicles, it's still skin. Women can see it, and I wouldn't show you my testicles, of course, but you can see what I'm about. That what I'd call a puffy chuffy. Um, I'm happy to show that. And how much of a sag. But again, what you've got to remember is, I was 45 stone. I was twice the size of most people that have the bariatric surgery. Most people were in their 20s. I was still 45. I was still double. Although that's not, it sounds like I'm saying that was an achievement. It's not. It disgusts me more than anybody else. And I had to work bloody hard to get rid of that. And I knew it was going to be a challenge. And I knew I was going to have skin. That's just undoubtedly. Anyone going into the process thinking they're not going to have skin, well, I'd start looking. Because past a certain age, your skin starts to lose moisture. It starts to use like skin cells start to die. The elasticity starts to go. All these kind of things that just affect your skin retraction. It just is what it is. Male, female, whatever. It's just skin. So there's a lot of research. So I knew going into it, common sense tells you going into it. But again, I've done a lot of stuff over the years, medical training and stuff. Just it is what it is. So I was well prepared, well prepared. But I'm adamant I want skin reduction. How I'm going to fund that, I've got no idea. I have brought up off to a company who potentially will do the surgery, but you have to argue your case. I hope to God, I really do. I'd love to come on and show you all, start, me at 45 stone, me at going through it. You've all seen my posts and videos throughout the last year and a half. And I'm as open as they come. I really am. And I'd love to do as much as I can to the bariatric community. I really would. If I can do it, anybody can do it. It just takes some grit, some determination, and some willpower. And easier said than done. I know that, but I'd rather I'd rather be me now in the pain that I still feel daily than the non-existent life I had at 45 stone. I was non-existent. I didn't have a life. I didn't. And I look back at pictures and I don't know how I coped. I really don't. It was brutal. And you try to make the best of what you got. And that's how I was brought up. You make the best of what you got and you never give in and you never give up and you keep going and you just keep going. And I always have done. So to deal with the skin, although that is what it is. I know I showed you last night, but there are other people. So that's what I'm on about. This here. But I'll have pictures and everything ready. So people can genuinely see it properly. But yeah, what I'll do is I'm gonna skid off, but I hope you're all okay. Um, I was gonna upload a video earlier, but quite honestly, it was my videos. They kind of go all over the place because I love to talk. So last night, I mean, I was getting very tired, and then I saw a couple of comments that reminded me of some old comments of people that I would say, well, jeopardized their own surgeries, and then it jeopardizes other people's because the other people copy or think it's okay to eat certain things so early out. You know, what people choose to do is their own business, and who am I to comment on it? I ain't. It just makes me a fun warrior. But what upsets? But you know, you get people who've been out for years and years and years, who who understand the diet and they're healthy, doing things, carrying things on. Fine, you know, absolutely. It's upsetting when you get people, and this is why I get upset. And not upset, it's why it bothers me. At 14 years old, I believe it was 14, I first inquired about having the surgery because I've always been a bigger kid, teenager, you know, whatever. And I've never been happy in my own skin because I've always been bigger. And I have, over the years, begged and begged and begged for the surgery. Never been put forward because, you know, whatever. I was too young, or I didn't fit this criteria, or that criteria. You know, we've all had it. And you just carry on. I know on my MDT, I got grilled. And I literally, in the end, I had to go to the surgeon. Like, you put me back another year, I'm going to die. And you know, thank God I did. And I was brutally honest with him about all my health issues, which he already knew, but there was a lot that he wasn't considering. Um, so when I literally come out of it all, it was like, well, you're either really, really blunt or you're really trying to get one over on us. I was like, well, you know, I'm too honest. It is what it is. These are my health conditions. If you put me back another year, and thank God I did say that, because another year on top of COVID, you know, I've got friends who have been put in for the surgery not long after me, and they still haven't heard back because of COVID. Pushed everything back that far. Yeah, thank God. Honestly, I'm sure I've been gone. I'm sure of it. But I went through, you know, an extra about 10 years of begging for the surgery. 10, 15 years begging for the surgery. And to see people potentially ruin it when you've got people out there such as myself who desperately would move heaven and earth to do what's right and do what needs to be done and not worry about a beer and alcohol or worry about Chinese because they're genuine. They have genuinely health conditions that they need it now. And that's no disrespect to anybody. That's not. I'm not pointing the finger. I'm not calling anybody out. Anything. But there are people who genuinely need the surgery, who are told they've got to hit this criteria, that, and it is, and it's. You're not fat enough. You're not disabled enough. You're not, and you think what? And I went to a couple of the appointments, and one of the girls. I mean, no, it's not. I sound horrible, but I'm not. She had so she had a lot of body confidence issues, but she was stunning. She was honest to God. And I come out of there, and when I went to go see my friend at one of the appointments, and I was like, "You should have seen this girl. She was so young, and she was stunning. She had curves. She had beautiful eyes. Do you know what I mean? She was stunning." And to feel the way she felt, I felt awful for her. Do you know what I mean? She absolutely was torn every which way. She didn't know what to do, and the only thing she could do is ask for bariatric surgery because of the confidence. And I felt awful for her. She got accepted, but I just, yeah, stuff like that. That girl should never, ever, ever have bariatric surgery. She was so young. And I say that, I know I was 14, I've always been bigger. She had beautiful curves. Beautiful and real hourglass shape. Stunning. And because, all of her school life she'd been called fat by girls who more than likely actually wanted her figure. When you get into the crux of it, do you know what I mean? Like these are young girls who say silly things, but they get into their older adult lives, and boys as well. Um, that now they want. I think it's Kylie Minogue. What are the names? Jenners. I don't watch reality TV, but the Hollywood lot, the bums. And this girl was natural, absolutely natural, and you could see that you could see her hips. She had such an hourglass shape. She had hips, and you go, girl, don't change that. Although she wouldn't change that, it would obviously her hips are hips. They're never going to change unless she has. Oh God, I don't even know. It was just sad, there's people in the world who are genuine, have health conditions and need the surgery now, such as myself, who are pushed back in every which way and told they're not fat enough or not disabled enough and, whatever, because of funding, which I understand the NHS is not an endless pot of resources. It is not. I just wish there was something that could be done. What, I don't know. I'm sat here waffling because it is just one of those that, it's just is what it is. And you have to accept that. And we are lucky to live in a country where there is healthcare. But the thing is, I sit here weighing it up. There are surgeries out there that people, don't need. And it's given away freely, constantly. And you've got people who are, really, really struggling in certain situations and battle on through. It's sometimes, we are lucky to live in a country, but then on the other side, it is so. Uh, which one do you do? Do you know what I mean? I sit neutral on most arguments because I can see the plus and the minus for every side. Do you know what I mean? I truly can. It's. I just think if there was something we could do for, not even the playing field, but if you've proven you've lost this weight and you've kept it off for a long, say for the 2 years before they sign you off, go enjoy your life. You have the surgery, you're done. Do you know what I mean? I think 2 years is what they used to do, and I think that's ample enough time to prove yourself. And if you're still full of, but you might have to prove yourself a bit more by uploading your pictures of every single meal, or whatever. It's not as if technology is a hard thing anymore. You can upload that instantly. There are ways of means of proving it, and there's no getting out of it. If you don't prove that image, or you don't prove what you've eaten before and after, then you don't get a surgery. We want to know what you're doing morning, noon, and night. Quite frankly, I'm that hard set on it. You could put a camera in my house in every room and watch me for 2 years. I won't care. You'd see me itching me bum and having a wee and doing whatever. I don't care. If it meant I could have the surgery because I've proven myself that that is what I've done and that is what I'm doing, I'd do that. I truly would. It wouldn't mean. I don't care. It would mean that much to me. Well, it does mean that much to me. On so many, physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, even my disabilities and stuff like that. My skin, it holds me down. It's extra weight that my back don't need. It's a lot to it. I'm not just a black and white case. And I don't think there is these days anything is a black and white case. There's no such thing as. Yeah, everybody's different. Everybody has their own needs and wants, and mental health, physical health. There's a lot psychologically. Um, I wish I had the answer. Is what I'm trying to say in a roundabout 10-minute way, which I'm very very sorry for. But yeah, I wish there was more we could do, or I don't know something. I don't know. I've sat and thought about it so much. Um, I, I don't know. And I think at the moment the only way is to do collaborations. I'd love if anyone knows anyone out there in the beauty industry or whatever that would come and do a collaboration with me or anything. you know, send me forward because I'll do it. You know, and it'll be all aimed at the bariatric community. And that's where I want to go with it. You know, I want to help people feel empowered, feel loved, feel self love, self worth, self belief, self confidence, you know, all that. Um, and it is hard. It is a battle. Even for myself, you know, I still sit here and, you know, one of the comments I always think about is, you know, you've lost all that weight and you still get negative comments. We've got no chance. Well, don't worry about me, love. Joe and don't, because I'll take on anybody in the world. I don't care, and I'll laugh at anybody because I've got a mouth on me the size of Russia. Do you know what I mean? I love a good rant. I really do, as you all probably know. And I'll laugh at anything. To me, I'll take it as banter. It is what it is. And I'm the first person to tell myself I've got more rolls than Sainsbury's or more, you know, whatever this is. It doesn't matter. I don't sit there and cry about it. It is what it is. And I look at the what I've gained from it, health wise, and everything else. So yeah, if anyone needs pictures or you know whatever, and I'll take pictures all over. If it's something you're, I don't know, if it's something if you're going into surgery and you're worried about the skin thing, you know, message me. Um, it could have been a damn sight worse. I'm not gonna lie, but I think that's because I have exercised through it. You know, I've done a lot of exercise that's helped the skin. You know, but I'll always be open and honest and transparent. There's nothing that I wouldn't want to put you in a situation where you're feeling bad about yourself because of something I've said. That's just not me. That's not who I am. Um, but yeah. Anyway, I hope you're all okay. Miss you terribly. Well, I don't miss you. I don't know you, but um, yeah. Well, give the message, and I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're all kind of pushing through. But I'm going to bimble as it is 32 minutes. I can never do anything quick. I really can't. So I'm sorry about that. If you switched off, well, then I am very sorry as well, because you wouldn't have had my apology, do you? But you know, I'm here. I'm always about. You know, message me, whatever. Um, I hope you are all really okay, and I hope you are getting from your journey as much as I have. And that's my genuine thoughts on it. So, I love you and leave ya. See you later.